Hello, my name is Grace Pexton.
My name is Jennifer Zhang.
And today we're just here to talk to you about how you can increase your viewership from Generation Z or Gen Z in your Super Bowl.
All right. So first, we're going to explain the nature of marketing plans. So marketing is to attract more customers. And the way we can do this is through marketing plans. And so marketing plans are like strategic guidelines that we can follow to best target and spread awareness about our business to our audience or customers.
Exactly. And so the concept of like marketing is kind of to get attention, but you need to know who to get attention to. And so one way you could do that is doing market identification. And so we can do this with demographics or psychographics or ethnographics, different kind of things that will like group people together so we know who to best target. And it allows you to be more efficient with your money and time because you're not wasting time on certain groups you don't need. So in this case, we already know a demographic, and that's Generation Z or 18 and 24-year-olds.
Correct. All right, so next we're going to talk about some marketing strategies and what they do. So marketing strategies are actions and plans that we can take to find and capture our audience efficiently. So in our plan that we'll be talking about later, we'll be talking about some strategies that we can do to enhance the viewership of the Generation Z viewers and so on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the role of situation analysis in the marketing and planning process. And it allows you to know your needs and strengths and kind of like what you're good at, what you're bad at. And so in this case, we know we're not as good right with viewership of the Gen Z, but we can we have opportunity to be able to learn from that. And we have we have information from past broadcasting services to see how we can best help each other. And we also need to account for like background info and like stuff like that, because like if you need to know if like certain things are going to influence like people watching or not. So like for example, like pandemic, like COVID is going to be a big impact. So obviously like certain people are not going to be as much in a Super Bowl if they're not going to be able to come and experience that. We could also talk about maybe like a scandal. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but like if something would happen like that, it would negatively affect the team and people would be less likely to show up and come support the team just because they don't be involved in that.
All right. So I'm just talk about some marketing functions and some activities related to that. So marketing functions are like surveys or research or ways we can increase the sales or spread awareness, or in our case, increase our viewership of our Generation Z viewers. So one of the things we can do for like research is like the surveys. You can talk on one-to-one or online through a platform, through our like talk about to our current viewers from the Generation Z, and see what they like about it, what they think you can be improved on. Do they think, is it like the prices issue, or are we just not targeting them in the correct way? Are like the channels that we're going through not appropriate, or they haven't seen our ads or haven't seen anything about the Super Bowl lately, or they haven't heard about it. So those are just some things that we should consider and think about while we're doing this plan.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Also, some factors that we use to like position products and stuff like that is like how popular certain things are. And so, for example, like social media is huge with Generation Z, like we're constantly on it. It's really important to like them because like it's a way to be social and be able to interact and be able to show like things that you like and be able to like design yourself. And so one way, like a good example of this is, I don't know if you've seen these, but like Coke has been doing certain ads that they are trying to market their new like twist 2 flavor Coke. And so they're using werewolves and like satyrs and stuff like that. That's popular to the people because we don't necessarily think about it, but it's like pop culture is very like popular, obviously. And so they're using these things that are people relate to and think about to say, oh, well, this is cool. So maybe I'll go try this new Coke. And so that's kind of an example of things like that. And then also demographic knowledge is like that. And so like money, like how much money you're able to spend, or like how much money your people are like able to use, like free money, like rainy day money. Or we can also talk about traffic and how many people are going through like certain things. And like if you're like, if we're not going to, for example, Facebook, it's not so popular with people of the younger generation, and so you're not gonna get so much like eyes on your ads, or like it's not gonna be profitable and efficient to use like Facebook versus Instagram or something like that. And so that you can help that to like be able to position things correctly so you don't have to waste money.
Yeah. All right. So So now I'm just going to talk about the role of promotion as a marketing function. So promotion is essentially a way to get your word out. It's committing to the plans in your marketing strategies or plans to increase interest and awareness of your product or of your broadcasting, whatever you're broadcasting, like the video or the event. So it's a really great way to get your word out. It's a great way to hook people onto whatever you are offering to them. And it's a good way to help your business succeed in ways that were not available to you if you were not using promotion.
Exactly. And so now we're going to kind of shift gears a little bit and move towards the plan we have for you. And so we're just talking about so Gen Z. So some like we put together some like market information for you about like what they like, what they dislike. And so we know they're like 18 to 24, the young adults. Most likely some of them will be in college or either going into the workforce. And so they're going to be new, kind of like in a new stage of their life. Probably most of them are going to be moved out either to a college dorm or maybe to like their own house or something like that. Some may still live with parents, but that's something we can like look more into. They're going to be somewhat independent. And so they are able to make more choices by themselves and they have more money to kind of like use for like impulse buying, I suppose. You can also talk about how like they're also like not like because they're not incredibly rich. Most of them are going to have a budget and have to stick to that budget. And so we have to be aware of that. And they're also extremely tech savvy. Like they know how to use phones. They've grown up around computers. So like that's a great way we can use to like get to them and kind of connect with them and saying, oh yeah, phones, computers, internet, social media, they agree on that. That's their bread and butter. And so that's what we can use to market to them.
All right. So some marketing strategies that we're planning to do to attract Generation Z viewers is we should use social media. Social media is such a big thing in the world right now, but also specifically in like 18 to 24-year-olds, which is approximately like Generation Z. It's very important. They spend a lot of time on these social media apps. It's where they get their news, their entertainment, everything on there, their promotions, deal sales. It's very important that we market our the Super Bowl and how we are broadcasting it through the social media to get their attention and their to follow where they are. Another thing we can use is use a lot of technology. Technology is really good because it's an efficient way to use your resources at hand and target your audience. And so since Generation Z viewers are more tech savvy, we shouldn't be scared of trying new things and finding new ways to get them on board. So we can use like websites, they can like sign up or they can sign up for newsletters or something like that, something that is like involves tech and we can do and it'd be a great way to do that. Also another way is that Generation Z viewers, they're very, I would say like focused on pop culture and what's happening in society. So when we are advertising these things, we can talk about how the halftime will be having like Taylor Swift on or like Justin Bieber or someone who's like really popular with these younger audiences, and it'll help them like feel like there's something worthy in attending or viewing the Super Bowl, even if they don't like football.
Yeah, football. And so that's a great idea. Also like our situation analysis. I kind of talked about it earlier with like the characteristics of Generation Z, but it includes things like our viewership attendance is around 20%. So we know that there's around 8% of people that are either not aware of what we're doing or they don't like really care about it. And so we need to be able to get that number up. We've been talking about how the generation like with Vine and TikTok, like things are a lot like slower. Sorry, things are a lot faster. You only have like 6 seconds or 10 seconds to be able to get your point across and to be able to get people's attention. And so ads are kind of be more slow paced and kind of like more like chill or might not be like well viewed as much as like ads that are crazy and have like colors flashing everywhere and like confetti and stuff like that, because you need to grab attention for these people because a lot of them do like ADHD like has been going up in recent years. And so we know that people are able to pay less attention. And so we need to make sure we're doing things that are exciting and fun for viewers like at home or in the Stdm if we have any influence on that. And so we need to make sure that that's like really important for advertisers to know they should be exciting. We should be aware of that. And then we can also go through some more like testing or like going through like different areas and routes to be able to find more information about why viewers who are watching like it and how we can get them to their friends to come and help us. So maybe sending a survey or something like that, or giving them a call would be able to give us more information about that.
All right. So now I'm just going to talk about some communication channels that we can use to target the 18 to 24-year-olds. So like I said, we should use social media a lot. So these are like a few platforms that we could use or utilize to help us spread awareness about the Super Bowl and how we're broadcasting it. So some examples are TikTok. TikTok is a great way. It's very popular these days. It's a quick like 10-second video, 20-second video that really like attracts and adheres to the fact that Generation Z adults are quicker on their feet, they're quick paced, their attention spans are, they like to move on from things quicker because there's just so much going at them. And so TikTok's a great way. It's really quick. It'll get your point across, and it's something that's memorable, even though it's short. We can also create fun trends on TikTok. Maybe we could create a dance about how you're attending and how you're going to be viewing the Super Bowl with the greater broadcasting network. So maybe just do a dance and have a hashtag on it, and like hopefully it will be something that's fun that people would want to be part of and show that they are part of this event that is really awesome. Another platform we can use is YouTube. YouTube is a great way to place videos and spread more information about Super Bowl and like what's going to be happening there. Also, people who like visuals more than words, it's a good place to go. So we can place videos of like the players and like how they are feeling before the Super Bowl and how they are wanting to do or what they plan or what ideas or feelings come to mind so people feel closer to players. Or we could give a tour of the stadium, see how big it is, like feel how immense and big and grand the event is and how awesome it is, so they would like to show up. Two other platforms we can use are Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter and Instagram, we can place ads. Simple little ads are colorful and quick to the eye so they can see them. We can place photos, again, for those visual learners who don't really have a lot of time on their hands because they are very busy, Generation Zs. We can do spotlights on the players or spotlights on when the schedule is, like when is the breakdown, when is the halftime going to start, when is the game going to be, like kind of like that. So these are some ideas I have. So that's basically our marketing plan. I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening to us. And so just to sum it up a little quick, we're just thinking of social media and how like Generation Z is very on it a lot. And so we can use that to like advantage. And so we can always talk to social media experts and like influencers just like that to get our point across. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening to us. Have a great day.
Thank you. See ya.